Hello guys and welcome back to TechWolf, and today we are going to do CompTIA Tech Plus Practice Test. And if you are interested in questions like these, you can go to my Udemy course. I will leave a link in the description where you can also take over 400 questions and do these practice tests for yourself. Or you can visit Skill Test Pro and also do these practice tests, as they also have a couple of practice tests for free for each of these exams. So, no further ado, let's get into it. And first question is, which of these is the main function of an operating system? So, which one is the main function of operating system from all these different answers which are listed here? To provide network services, to process user inputs, to create applications, to manage hardware and software resources, or to monitor system security. Which one is the correct answer of this question? Which is the main function of an operating system? And the correct answer here is to manage hardware and software resources, as the operating system manages the computer's hardware and software, providing an interface between users and the system. What type of cable is used for a high-speed data transmission in a network? So, we are looking for a cable which is used for high-speed data transmission in network. Which cable would it be? Coaxial cable, twisted pair cable, USB cable, fiber optic cable, or HDMI cable? And the correct answer is fiber optic cable. As you know, fiber optic is the fastest cable for data transfer. And next question, what is the function of a VPN or virtual private network? So why would we need a VPN? It encrypts internet traffic and hides the user's IP address. It filters out spam emails, prevents unauthorized Wi-Fi connections, secures network traffic using a firewall, or manages user access rights. Which one would be the correct answer here? And the correct answer is that it encrypts internet traffic and hides the user's IP address, as a VPN or virtual private network encrypts your internet traffic and masks your IP address, providing privacy and security online. What is the purpose of an antivirus program? To block unauthorized websites, to protect system from malicious software, to monitor system performance, to create backups of important data, or to improve network speed. So, why would you need antivirus software or antivirus program? And the correct answer is to protect the system from malicious software, as antivirus software detects and removes malicious programs such as viruses, worms, and spyware that can harm a system. And, like I was mentioning in one of my other videos, there are these two softwares and you should be able to understand the difference between them. Antivirus is for protecting your computer, your program, your applications which are on computer, and then we have firewall. And firewall is for protecting a network, that network which comes into your computer, or network data which is transferred into your computer and out of computer. That is firewall. But antivirus is for software which is on your computer. What does the BIOS in a computer stand for? So, what is the meaning of BIOS? Shortcut: Basic Integrated Operating System, Basic Input-Output System, Binary Input-Output System, Boot Input-Output Software, or Basic Intelligent Operating System. And the correct answer here is Basic Input-Output System, as the BIOS is firmware that provides basic functionality for booting the computer and initializing hardware components. And by the way guys, Skill Test Pro is one of the best resources out there, at least that I think that this is one of the best and with the closest answers which are related to all these different exams. I would also highly recommend you go and check this out. Like I mentioned, they have a couple of free tests for each of these exams in CompTIA or Microsoft or Cisco. It depends whatever exam you are doing. As you can see, there are lots of different exams and they are providing free practice tests or practice questions or practice exams for each of these certifications. And next question. What is the role of a switch in a network? So, what switch does in a network? Boosts Wi-Fi signals. Boosts Wi-Fi signals. Protects against power surges. Assigns IP addresses to devices. Directs data to the correct devices within the network, or routes data between networks. So, what switch does? And here the correct answer is directs data to the correct devices within the network, as you are using a switch and you are connecting, for example, multiple computers to it. And main purpose of the switch is to direct data to different devices. A switch operates within a local area network or LAN and directs data packets to the appropriate devices on the same network. Which of the following is a key reason to perform regular backups? To reduce power consumption, to ensure data is recoverable in case of failure, to increase processing speed, to prevent malware infections, or to improve network security. Which of the following is a key reason to perform regular backups? So why would you need to do or perform a regular backups? And the correct answer here is to ensure data is recoverable in case of failure, as regular backups ensure that data can be restored in the event of data loss due to hardware failure, user error, or malware. What does the acronym HTTP stand for? Hypertransfer Text Protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, High Transfer Technical Protocol, Hypertext Text Protocol, or High Tier Transfer Protocol. And here the correct answer is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, as HTTP is protocol used for transferring web pages over the internet. However guys, nobody is really using HTTP, we are using HTTPS or Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure now for transferring data over the internet. Which of these is a type of wireless networking standard? Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet, fiber optic, or USB. And here we are talking about which of these is a type of wireless networking standard, and when it comes to wireless or Wi-Fi, we are talking about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a wireless networking standard used to connect devices to a network without the need for cables. Which of the following is an example of a solid-state drive? Floppy disk, hard disk drive, USB flash drive, magnetic type drive, or optical drive. And here the correct answer is USB flash drive. And this is also because USB flash drives also doesn't have any moving parts, as USB flash drives are a type of a solid storage, meaning they have no moving parts and offer faster data transfer than traditional hard drives or HDDs or hard disk drives. What is a common symptom of a malware on a computer? Slower system performance. So, what would be the correct answer here if you would have a malware on your computer? Slower system performance, frequent software crashes, increased network traffic, unusual pop-up ads, or all of the above? Which one would be the correct answer here? And here the correct answer is all of the above, as malware can cause slow performance, it can cause crashes, increased network traffic, and unwanted pop-ups, among other symptoms. What type of memory is installed on a motherboard to improve system performance? Cache memory, secondary storage, virtual memory, USB memory, or optical storage? Which one is the correct answer here? And the correct answer is that on motherboard there is installed cache memory, as cache memory is fast, temporary storage located on or near the CPU that speeds up access to frequently used data. What is the purpose of DNS server? Encrypt network traffic, filter unwanted websites, manage network traffic, translate domain names to IP addresses, or provide remote access to system. So what is the purpose of DNS server here? And the correct answer here is translate domain names to IP addresses, as a domain name system or DNS server translates human readable domain names into machine readable IP addresses. Which of these is an example of a non-volatile memory? RAM, cache, USB flash drive, cache again, by the way, registers. So which one is a non-volatile memory of these given examples? And here the correct answer is USB flash drive, as non-volatile memory, such as USB flash drives, retains data even when power is removed. RAM is a volatile memory and loses data when the power is turned off. So here you should also know what is non-volatile memory, such as USB flash drives, and you should also know what is volatile memory for your exam. And volatile memory is different from non-volatile memory with that volatile memory loses data when the power is turned on, and this mainly applies for RAM. So remember that RAM is volatile memory and non-volatile memory is USB flash drives, such as, for example, that could be an example like for USB flash drives or SSD drives or hard disk drives, anywhere where memory is being stored and it is not being cleared out. Where on RAM, on volatile memory is being erased or removed when the system is being powered off. Which of the following would most likely cause a computer to crash? Loose power cable, corrupted hard drive sector, high resolution display, underpowered CPU, or correctly configured firewall. So, which of the following would most likely cause a computer to crash from these given scenarios? And the correct answer is corrupted hard drive sector, as a corrupted sector on a hard drive can cause data to become unreadable, which may lead to system crashes or instability. What is the standard voltage for most desktop computer power supplies? 220 volt, 110 volt, 240 volt, 12 volt, or 5 volt. So, which is the correct answer here? And here the correct answer is 110 volt. In North America, most desktop power supplies use 110 volt as the standard input voltage, whereas in other regions like Europe it may be 220 volt or 240 volt. What is the function of a router in a network? Provides Wi-Fi connectivity, blocks unauthorized access, stores backup data, assigns IP addresses and directs traffic, or regulates CPU performance. And the correct answer here is assigns IP addresses and directs traffic, as routers route data between devices on different networks and assign IP addresses to devices in local networks. What is the primary function of a CMOS battery? Stores BIOS settings and keeps the system clock running, provides backup power to the CPU, controls network traffic, powers USB ports, or maintains system memory during shutdown. And the correct answer here is stores BIOS settings and keeps the system clock running. As CMOS battery powers the motherboard CMOS chip, which stores BIOS settings and keeps the system clock running when the computer is powered off. That's why whenever you are turning off your computer or laptop, your clock is always showing the correct time, because CMOS battery is responsible for keeping this time running or being correct all the time. Which protocol is used for sending email? So, for sending email and for receiving email, you should know. And here we are talking about for sending email. FTP, IMAP, SMTP, SNMP, or POP3. So, which one is for sending email? And for sending email, we would use SMTP or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. As for receiving, we would have IMAP. So now we're talking about sending, so SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is the protocol used for sending emails, while IMAP and POP3 are used for receiving emails. What is the purpose of a heatsink in a computer? Absorbs and dissipates heat from the CPU, increases processing speed, stores temporary data, provides power to the motherboard, or connects peripherals to the system. So, what is the purpose of a heatsink from these scenarios? And the correct answer is very first one, absorbs and dissipates heat from the CPU, as a heatsink helps dissipate heat generated by components like the CPU and GPU, preventing them from overheating. So yes guys, this was the another practice test, and if you found this useful, leave a like, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and see you in the next one.